It's fine in the beginning, isn't it? You start off with excitement, enthusiasm, and that big ambitious project that you can see. It's going to be so brilliant. But then you get into it and it drags on, or it's challenging and you lose interest. You start to get bored until one day you just put it down. And that thing that had so much potential in the beginning doesn't go anywhere. But what if there was something that could help you stay motivated in a project no matter what? This video is about purposeful design. I'm going to share a step-by-step process to help you begin a project in the best possible way and include a little bonus tip that you can carry on forward into whatever it is you're working on. Now, in that first flush of enthusiasm for an idea, it's very easy to just go straight into it and charge on ahead. But what purposeful design, I think, invites us to do is to slow down and check in with exactly where that idea and enthusiasm or inspiration is coming from, to take a moment to understand it first in its most potent and essential form before diving into the actual doing. It's about starting with why. You might have heard of Simon Sinek, the leadership guru, and his book Begin With Why. Although he's applying it to leadership and organizations and workplaces and stuff, his whole idea is that beginning from a really compelling reason for doing something is the thing that sustains people who are working on things over a long period of time, that keeps them on task no matter what the ups and downs of the actual work is. You, like the rest of the internet, may have read Atomic Habits by James Clear, which is a book about building successful habits. In it, he suggests that one of the key reasons that forming new habits fails is because we focus on what we're doing rather than why we're doing it. So focusing on why is important, but purposeful design suggests there's actually a step before that. To understand why we're doing something, first of all, we have to understand the need that's compelling that in the first place. So what are my current needs at the moment? Well, I want to share what I know about purposeful design in a digestible way. I want to show how purposeful design can help with the problem of losing a motivation. I want to create a video that continues my practice of publishing a video each week. And I want to learn something new about video making as well. The next step then is to crystallize an intention that is going to help us meet that need. It's the pointy reason you're doing something. I like to think of purpose as a simple statement of intent that immobilizes you to meet a need or needs. So a good purpose statement is going to be practical. It's not going to be abstract. It's going to talk about the difference you want to make with your work as far as you know it right now. And also you want it to be a bit inspiring. You want this to be the carrier of clarity and inspiration that you'll need when you get lost or distracted further down the line. So what purpose is going to meet my needs at the moment? Well, really, I want to publish a short video showing how the purposeful design process can help with project motivation. That's pretty simple. It's not super inspiring, but it'll do for this purpose. It's practical. It's clear what the difference in the world will be when this thing is realized. So now we have a purpose, which gives us a goal which can direct our actions into the future. And we know it's going to meet our needs because we've listened into that and this is our response. Having a good reason or a good why for why we're doing something isn't always enough to keep us motivated, although it is fundamental and important. Another reason we lose motivation is because that can feel too big. We haven't broken it down into small enough chunks, which is why there's a next step which can really help. We ask ourselves the question, what would need to be realized for this purpose to be true? I learned this from a guy called Andy Brogan, who runs an organization called Easier Inc. And a little tip I learned from him is articulate these in the past tense. It's a really good way of checking whether or not they're actually achievable. Can you imagine what it'd be like to have done that? So for this purpose, I'll have needed to created a script that explains purposeful design, videoed myself saying the script and showing the process. I needed to have edited together all of this stuff. I'll need to have created some thumbnails and a description for the video. At this stage, there's a really important question you can ask yourself to see if you've captured all of the actions that you'll need to take. Is everything on the list necessary? And is everything on the list sufficient? Is there anything superfluous here that I don't need? I don't know, my list seems pretty good. I think they all seem necessary. Are they sufficient? Is there anything that's missing from there? Again, I think it feels pretty whole, you know, of course I need to actually publish the video on YouTube, so maybe I should add that as a step. So we have our effects, which are stacking up to meet our purpose, which is meeting the need. Okay, so that little bonus tip that I talked about. The other thing that's good to pay attention to is principles. If your purpose is why you're doing something, then the principles are how it is you want to go about doing that stuff. What qualities do you want this thing to have, and what is the experience that you'd like to have in being the person who's making it. So I want this video to feel direct and practical. While I'm making it and setting up the camera and stuff, I want to listen to some music, I want to relax, and I also want to involve my Lego jet ski. So there's a few thoughts on purposeful design that can hopefully help you when you're starting a new project and help you keep motivated to finish it. If you found anything useful here, give the video a like. Thanks for watching.